tap at Stanley's Bar Room when it opens. So just give you a little brief history on Summit. We started in 1986 on University Avenue, and then in 1998 we built this brewery and brought in some new copper vessels. So this is the brew house right here in this room to the left over here. It's our computer system and control panel. So the brewers are able to operate all the vessels from one centralized room. The two kettles behind me here is our brew kettle and our lauter tun, and then the two kettles back here are our mash tuns. So the mash tuns are where all the ingredients get mixed. It's pumped over to the lauter tun. The lauter tun's where it's sparged with water, and the color and sugars and extract are extracted from the grain, and it's pumped into the kettle here where we add hops and try to bitter that sweet sugary water down and create different flavors for different styles of beer. So one of the beers we're going to have on tap in Stanley's is Unchained No. 5, which is my recipe. It's an Imperial Pumpkin Porter. It's going to be a strong Old English style porter with pumpkin spices, and actually some locally grown organic pumpkins are going to be used in the brewing process too. So it's going to be pretty good. It's not going to be your typical session beer. It's going to be more of a after dinner dessert beer, but one or two of them and you'll be feeling pretty good. Another beer we're going to have on tap at Stanley's is our Oatmeal Stout. It's not really a traditional stout, but it's a good, thick, strong stout, and we pour it with mixed gas, kind of like Guinness. So you do a two-part pour with it, and it gives a nice cascade effect. This is our cellar here at Summit. After the brewers mix the ingredients and make the wort and the brew kettles up front, we pump it back here and pump it into one of these tanks here. It'll sit in there for about 2 weeks for an ale or about 6 weeks for a lager beer. This is where we add yeast to it, and it'll eat the sugars in the wort, which will create alcohol and CO2. So after a few weeks in here, beer's just about ready to drink. After it sits in the tanks for a couple weeks, we run it through our filter and then put it in the bright beer tanks, and then the packaging will hook up to that and either bottle it or keg it. And so when we first moved into this building, we only had 6 tanks here. Right now we have 18, and we'll soon have 21, and then in a year or two we'll have 24. All these tanks are made locally in St. Cloud by union workers. So after the beer goes into the cellar and then through the filter, we pass it off to the packaging staff, and this is our bottling line right here, and bottles are bottled at about 450 bottles per minute, so it's pretty quick. So this is our keg line here. This is where beer is hooked up to one of the bright beer tanks and filled into your keg. Kegs come back from the restaurant or bar over here, move through the washer, it's rinsed out, it's clean, it's sanitized, and then the beer's put in it, and then it's weighed. If it's not the right weight, it gets kicked off, and then it comes over here and put on a pallet and into our cooler, then into your bar.